short rush distance, so we might see some non-stop action. I was pleasantly surprised by Toodming's play. You had the pleasure of already casting him, Ben, in the WCS America Challenger League. I was in Sao Paulo back then, where it was 35 degrees and we had lots of caipirinhas. Rough week.
Gotta love a caipirinha.
Yeah, gotta love a caipirinha. But tell us about it, like a little bit before.
Well, you know, I keep saying I can't wait to see Toodming show us this high-aggressive Chinese style of Zerg, even in Challenger. But he never has. He keeps doing this, playing very standard Mutilating Bane, and managing to execute it at the highest level. And now we find him all evened up here against Hart.
Which is perhaps even a bigger compliment than having your own style.
I would probably agree. As we find ourselves on Polar Night, a map that I think could go either way. I think this is a really fun map for Zerg versus Terran, with terrain that allows for both flanks, multiple attack paths, good dropping. I mean, both sides have things they can exploit here.
I'm really happy with the way that last game turned out, because I was a little bit worried after game 1 that was relatively one-sided, and then game 2 with those Hellions forcing out so many links, getting those drone kills, and then the Hellions still being alive. I was like, wow, perhaps I was actually completely wrong about today. Perhaps this is not as even of a group as I thought it was, where I just still don't know who's going to make it out.
And then in spite of that, Toodming won, so you were exactly right.
Yeah. So
Hashtag Roddy knows best.
Every now and then, once in a blue moon. Not too often, Ben.
Scotty doesn't know. Roddy does.
My betting record shows that I do not always know best.
Well, if you only look at your betting record in the last 24 hours.
Oh, I'm a beast.
It started with the $5 you won on me yesterday.
That's right. Mr. Bidder, the start of my upswing. Rex going down, followed up by the refinery. I do not think that Hart is going to do that triple orbital opening once more, Ben. Like, as good as it is economically, of course you give away a little bit of your real potential pushing power. Yes, he's active on the map with those 2 Reapers and those few Hellions and maybe a Banshee, but that does not represent any power to actually kill your opponent straight up. That's just to, keep him tamed, keep him contact a little bit, try to take some map control. I think this time we're going to see much quicker stim and combat shield.
We'll see. We'll see. Hart's kind of shown us the exact same thing 2 times in a row.
Yeah, but this is a different map. I think he might die. He could die to silly stuff on this map. It's Polar Night, man.
Well,
stuff arrives really quickly.
That's a faster pool this time, too. This one was hatched first into, I think, a 15 gas 14 pool. Or maybe it was 15-15. Maybe it's exactly the same, Kevin. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Maybe you're not even watching StarCraft.
Maybe you're just making noise.
Overlord Scout's going to make its way through where it will spot, yes, indeed, a Reaper. I swear I feel like if you just make a Marine first, he'd kill that Overlord every time.
No, you'd be surprised, man. It doesn't work like that. Because then, like, that one Overlord will use the terrain to his advantage, and then the Marine has to go down, and by the time you have that second Marine, that Overlord survives. I am, like, the expert in sniping Overlords. I've done this with my 11-gauge Stalker for months, but it's just like, on Polar Night you can't kill anything. It's ridiculous. Polar Night and Heavy Rain and Habitation Station are horrible maps to try to snipe anything early on.
Okay. Well, everything looking pretty much like what we've come to expect from these 2 players here in the early game. As those firstlings about to hatch. Minimal drone micro going to be required here, as those Zerglings going to pop out at the perfect time. And
which I find bizarre, because every time I play Zerg, I end up losing 2 drones.
Me too, man.
Or at least, like, I suddenly have like 4 Spore Crawlers going up, and I forget to cancel 2 of them.
The thing that blows my mind is that these pro players will they pull the drone after it just gets shot once. So for me, I have to wait and see which drone he's going to shoot, and it gets shot once, then I have to click on it, and by that time it's been shot HP. Again, and then I have to tell it to move, and by that time it's taken a 3rd shot. It just...
Zergling's in the right position over here. He did force out these links as well, so that is something. Is he going to go back to gas? No. That extractor is not being used. I was just wondering if we might see something crazy over here by Toodming.
No aggressive games at all from Toodming here. He has played completely standard in both games 1 and 2, and again here in game number 3. So that's cool, man.
Hart is opening up differently, though.
Toodming showing us some confidence. Hart is mixing up a little bit. There's
I mean, the orbitals later. I'm not sure where the money went. Second refinery is going down as well. Might be Cloak Banshee this time?
That's kind of what I'm wondering myself.
Having a tech dump over here as well.
Perfect time to throw that variation in, because he's shown single Banshee. Now it's going to be a single Cloak Banshee.
You don't have to sweat those Banshees. I don't really do anything with them. And
I'll just make queens. I don't need Spore Crawlers.
Suddenly there's 2 Cloak Banshees, one in the main, one in the natural. You're going to scream. He doesn't have that much gas, but yeah, Cloak being researched. I love it. Hashtag mind games, Ben. Hashtag different opening. Hashtag you owe me another $5. Or you can just subscribe for another month to my stream.
When did we bet?
Oh, I thought we had a $5 bet.
I bet you $5.
Yeah, that we didn't have a
that
bet.
the next energy this orbital uses is a scan.
The next energy this orbital
The
uses?
one in the main.
The one in the main.
Yeah.
Specifically the one in the main.
Yeah, the next energy this orbital in the main uses is a scan.
Alright, I'll take the bet.
$5.
We have a deal.
Okay, I want to just watch the orbital.
Alright, I'll watch the rest of the game. 39 drones right now against 32. 31 SCVs. A lot of links on the production tab. Still no signs of spore crawlers yet, Ben, and that is an excellent sign for Hard, who did switch it up a little bit. Quick Overlord once more, though. He's going to see everything. He's going to see the Stack Lab spin. He's going to see the Banshee pop. He's going to see the Tech Lab spin as well. Is he going to...
Probably going to see the scan go down.
Do you think that he's going to cancel Cloak from now on? No, probably not, right? Spores will go down. Excellent use of that speed Overlord.
Yeah, really good job there. Okay, so he just used the orbital energy. Did he scan?
Nope, but there is a fresh meal.
Dang it.
$5.
That sucks.
Bunch of Reapers and one Hellion out on the map with that Cloak Banshee making his way across as well. Second Banshee in production too. But Ben, there's 2 spores.
That
One in the
shouldn't
main,
have
one
been
in
a
the...
1-to-1 bet.
The layer is late though. Okay, 1 spore is actually making his way over. Man, did he have 3... does he have 3 spores? Gotcha. Why does it say he has 1 spore? That's not right.
It's 1's worth third.
Ah, so he transferred the one from the natural.
Yeah, and he's building new ones now. Cloak Banshee in the main base, completely uncontested. He's going to kill this queen first. I kind of feel like if you just work on drones, you get a lot of drone kills. Now he's turned that Banshee, and already 3 drones have fallen. And he's guaranteed to get at least a couple more. So some fairly effective harass here coming out of Hart.
Yeah, second Banshee makes his way across well. He's going to... maybe... I thought maybe he's going to go for the spore once more. Oh, the other Banshee's taking so much damage. A little bit sloppy there. Imagine if that Banshee was...
And that Banshee missed a lot of opportunities, did so much damage to that queen, didn't kill the queen.
And I think he also forced to cancel the spore, because there was a spore going up in the main, and then it started all over again, so he must have cancelled the spore. While I was looking for spores at the production tab, I was like, this makes no sense. There is a tank on the production tab now as well. Perhaps a little bit worried because of the opening he's going for. Everything else is going to be a little
Makes
later.
a lot of sense on this map, too. A tank is great at defending so many all-ins. It can sit on that high ground and cover the entire entrance into the natural. Banshee's going to make their way into the back of the main once more, where they're going to pick off at least a drone.
There's 4 drones over here on the...
Cancel the layer. Oh, he was building 2 layers. Never mind.
Really? You think that's a mistake?
To build 2 layers? I would say so.
I thought he was... Never mind. That's what I meant, Dan. He has 4 drones on his extractor as well, and he keeps dropping buildings right next to it, so that is a little interesting, because you would expect him to see it.
Well, yeah, Toodming's playing a bit sloppy here in this game. Perhaps thrown off by the Cloak Banshees. Hart is going to push again with a siege tank, marines, medevacs, and there are no banelings on the map, Kev. The baneling nest isn't even done. There's only 17 lings out.
There's not a whole lot out on the map. I think that Toodming... I can't say that I think he's been playing on cruise control, because he scouted everything. He did a great job with scouting everything. So he should have known that this push was going to arrive a lot quicker than it normally does as well. Even though this is 11 minutes in the game, at 11 minutes you can sort of expect...
Oh, look at the drone kills. So many drones left completely exposed. And Hart is in a beautiful position to deny this entire 3rd hatchery.
Where the banelings at?
I guess the baneling nest has finished, and finally 5 banelings are done, but baneling speed is forever away. This hatchery should die. It does die. And now Hart's going to just march right behind the natural where he can set up shop, and this is going to be brutal.
Not just that, he knows there's still a bunch of drones over here. He saw those drones leave.
You're right. That's why he's going here.
Yep. He knew they didn't all leave, or that he didn't kill them all.
But at the same time, in the middle of the map, Toodming does manage to surround a couple of units, picks off a siege tank.
But he's down 60 supply. These marines can get picked up right now. If he drops them in the main, he's gonna have one hell of a time.
If he drops them in the back of the natural, he's gonna have a hell of a time. There's nothing there.
Oh, there's a spore crawler, that's annoying. In the main, there's nothing.
There's a spore crawler.
5 minutes, yeah, but I mean, the spore's out of range, man. Let me just silly, you know what I mean. The spawning pool might actually be in a dire position. Wow, somehow Toodming doesn't even see all of these units being unloaded, man, in that tiny little corner where he had no vision. Spawning pool is going to take a lot of damage. A couple of banelings are going to try to wiggle in and save the day.
That sucks, man. Losing the pool, it's going to make it impossible for him to really reinforce. All he can make is mutalisks and drones, and he can turn as many of these lings he has into banelings as he wants, but that's about it. Very upsetting game number 3 here for Toodming. Obviously thrown off his rhythm by the Cloak Banshees, and now he is in rough shape.
Good job by Hart switching up that badly though, and I really like that. I mean, he went for the very economical build twice, had success with it in game 1, perhaps a little bit because of the design of the map. Game 2 he played pretty okay, but Toodming played fantastic. Meanwhile, a couple of Bangs are looking for dream connections with these Marines.
Moving off creep. And Hart he just chose the perfect variation this game. The opening looked identical. No wonder Toodming was kind of on cruise control. Even scouting things, I think he just said, well, I'm going to continue doing the same thing I've done. Like, he just let his hands keep doing the normal stuff. And Hart able to take advantage of that and does punch the victory. Moves on into the winner's match where he'll face the winner of Scarlet versus Masa.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to be said about this series. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty okay series to start things off with. We're going to have many more ZVTs coming up.